Hi everyone, this is Heather from Heather Active, and today we're going to do a quick workout on the mat, focusing on our glutes, particularly on the outer glutes and some hip mobility. So if you're like me, as soon as the weather gets nice, I suddenly want to go walking all the time, before work, after work, at lunchtime. But if you're not used to walking a lot and you're kind of getting into it again, then this should be a good workout to work on the strength in your hips and your glutes, as well as that mobility, so that you feel prepared and loose and ready to go. So when you're ready, let's come lying down on your side. Doesn't matter which side you start with, we're going to do both. So come lying down on your side. We're going to have those knees bent in front of us, and you can rest your head just on your arm as kind of a little pillow here if you want a block, or maybe a squishy ball, that works too. But we're going to start off by getting into proper alignment in the side lying position. So knees are bent in front of us. We want to make sure that we have our hips stacked right on top of each other. So watching here, sometimes our tendency is to kind of lean forward or lean back a little bit. Think about having a straight line from the floor through those hips up to the ceiling. Next, we want to make sure we have length through the waist as much as possible. So we're going to think about shifting that top hip away, finding that length, and getting a little bit of space between your low side waist and the mat. So this is our neutral position. We're going to work through this for the side lying series. So feet are going to be glued together. We're going to start by lifting the top knee up and then lower back down. Nice. Lifting that top knee and lower. Very good. Now don't worry here about having a huge range of motion. So when we're in this proper alignment in this neutral spine, we actually can't open the knee like anatomically much more than 45 degrees for most people. So this is not really about having the biggest range here. We want to be just feeling this in the outside of the hip here. So that's where your glute medius and minimus lives. Very good. On this next one, lift that top knee up, disconnect the feet, and then turn the knee down to tap the bottom knee, and then lifting up to tap the feet together. Nice. Alternating between external rotation and internal rotation at your hip. You got it. So it's like you're drawing a little arc with the knee here. Good. These ones always start burning really fast. That's totally fine, don't worry. We want to make sure we're still working in all these different planes of motion. Nice. One more, tap the knees, tap the toes, and then lower back down. From here, we're going to lift that top leg up to hip height, flex through the foot, and then bring that knee in towards your chest, and then glide that leg back behind you, keeping the knee bent at that 45 degrees. Or 90 degrees, I should say. So we're really just gliding the leg in kind of one plane here, forwards and back. We're working through extension as we kick back, and then flexion as we come back in. Nice. So now we're starting to get into the glute maximus, which is at the back a little bit more. That's the big glute muscle that we often think of. Nice. On this next one, let's combine those last two moves. So we did some rotation, we did some flexion, extension. Now let's put them together. We're going to bring the knee to the chest, open that leg up and back, and then glide it forward. So drawing a circle with the hip here. These ones always feel a little spicy. You got it. Nice. Again, keep that length through the waist. Good. Switching directions, we're going to glide back and then lift up and over. Just two more like this. Woo. Almost there. All right, from here, kick that leg straight out in front of you, turn the toes down, and then just lift and lower that top leg, keeping it as straight as you can. Flex through the foot for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend it back in. Whew. Okay, let's extend the legs out long now and re-find that same nice alignment we had. So we want to, again, have that length through the waist, hips stacked on top of each other. It might be a little tricky to balance here, so you can place that top hand in front of you for balance. point through the toes, and then think about shifting that top hip away from you a little bit more. And then we're going to lift that leg to hip height and then lower back down. A little lift and lower. Good. Again, not looking for a huge range of motion here. If we're keeping that proper alignment, then again, we're limited in how high that leg can go. Nice. On this next one, lift up, tap the toes in front, lift, and then tap the toes behind. Good. Just making that little arc here with the feet. Good, finding that controlled movement. Nice. Lift that leg to hip height, point the toes, draw tiny circles forwards for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and back for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down for just a moment. We're going to externally rotate that top leg so the knee is pointing up slightly more towards the ceiling here. Bend through the top leg, draw the leg in until those toes meet your bottom knee, and then extend that leg straight up, flex the foot, and then lower back down. Nice. So drawing the toes in towards the knee, extend, flex, and lower. So we're getting a little bit of that work in the ankle too. It's also helpful for your walking. Good. One more. Whew, very nice. Lower back down. Bend those knees in. Press yourself up. And then we're going to switch sides here. So you can just swing those legs around to the other side or flip over, whatever works. And then come lying down on your side again, starting with those knees bent. Let's get that perfect alignment to start. Hips stacked right on top of each other, getting that length through the top side and bottom side waist, shifting the top hip away. We're opening the top knee up and then lowering back down. Nice. Open and close. Good. We got to even things out. You got it. Little lift and lower. 3 more. Last 2. Last one. You know what to expect now. We're going to lift that top knee up, disconnect the feet, turn the knee down to tap the bottom knee, lift up, and tap the toes. Good. Drawing that arc with the knee this time. Keeping those hips stacked. You got this. Whew, getting a little spicy on the side. Last 2. And last one. Nice. Lower back down. From here, lift that top leg to hip height. Flex through the foot. Knee is bent at 90 degrees. We're bringing the knee in towards the chest. And then gliding it back, kicking the wall behind you. Nice. Gliding forwards. And back. You got this. So getting that nice extension back. Watch that you don't start arching through your spine here. Again, we're holding that neutral. And then as that knee comes in, try not to tuck under with the tailbone. Sometimes it helps to even put your hand on your low back just to feel if you're starting to move a little bit there. And if you are, just lower the range of motion a bit. Nice. Now on this next one, we're going to put those moves together with that circle. So bring the knee into the chest, open up and back, lowering back down. Good, drawing that circle. Whew. Spicy. A little bit of shakes, that's okay. You got this. One more this direction. Whew, switching directions, gliding back, and then reaching up and over. Good. Last 2. And last one. Good. Keep that leg lifted. Flex the foot. Extend the leg right in front of you. Turn the toes down towards the floor. Then lift and lower with that leg for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And let it go. Whew. All right, little tap, tap, tap. We'll extend the legs long here on the mat. Again, we're looking for that nice length through the waist. Hips are stacked, point through the toes, and then we're lifting and lowering just a hip height here with that top leg. Good. Keeping that core engaged. Think about pulling belly button in towards spine. You got it. Nice. From here, lift that foot up. We're going to tap the toes in front of the bottom leg. Lift. Tap the toes behind the bottom leg. Drawing that arc. Super strong. Very nice. Couple more like this. Lift that leg up to hip height. Point the toes. Draw tiny circles forwards for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And back for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Turn that leg out so it's externally rotated. Draw the toes along the bottom leg towards the knee. Extend up, flex the foot, and then lower back down. Nice. Find a range that works for you. We're almost there. Then we'll do a quick stretch. You have earned it. Last two. And last one. Very good. Bend those knees. Come up to seated. Oh, good stuff. Now from here, we're going to cross the right ankle over that left knee and then just sit up nice and tall. You can just gently press that right knee away from you. Should be feeling this in the right glute. Very nice. Switching sides, left ankle over right knee, gently pressing away. Ooh, this side feels a little tighter for me. You got this. Extend those legs out in front of you. You can have a slight bend in the legs here. Sit up nice and tall, extend the arms overhead, fold forwards over those legs. And then if it feels good, maybe you extend them long in front of you. Good. Sitting up nice and tall. And you are all done. I hope this was a good setup for the next long walk you go on or whatever walk you go on. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you next time.